With millions of advertising dollars being spent to attract more than 5 million visitors to the Bahamas annually, tourism officials now have to diminish the negative perception increasing crime is having on the country, which nowadays can go viral. The Director General of Tourism told our Janae Noel Ferguson that it's an issue that must be taken seriously.
It's been more than 2 weeks since the U.S. Embassy issued a crime warning for U.S. citizens advising them not to patronize the service of jet ski operators after an unlicensed operator was charged with the alleged rape of an American. Tourism's Director General Joy Jubileau says while that was a black eye for the industry, the country's tourism brand remains strong.
Our numbers have remained consistent, notwithstanding the advisory. And I think the traveler of today, they're discerning. They will read it and then they will make the choice. It's not that I will not come to the Bahamas. Rather, I will perhaps think twice about taking part in that activity.
Nevertheless, the Director General says there is an overall concern about crime, with 149 murders recorded last year and 4 for this year.
It is heart-wrenching and heartbreaking when we see this senseless crime that's taking place. You know, the world has changed so much. In the past, something like that happened, it may have been reported in our local press. Nowadays, something like that happens, and what's the first thing people do? They get on Facebook, they get on Twitter, they get on Instagram, and they tweet it. And it doesn't go to one person, it doesn't go to 5. It then becomes universal.
That alone, she said, is damaging to all of the positive efforts by the Ministry of Tourism, which is pushing to make the Bahamas the #1 destination, not only in the region, but the world. The effort, however, she believes cannot be achieved in isolation.
Tourism truly is the goose that's feeding the Bahamas. It's our economic engine, and every single citizen must work together to ensure that we do whatever we can to address this problem. We want our tourists to get out there. I want to see them strolling down Bay Street at night, going into restaurants, or hopping in a cab and going to a local restaurant. That way everybody benefits. But when people are afraid, what happens? They stay within the confines of their hotel property.
Now, Joy Jubileau, the Director General of Tourism, anticipates that new crime strategy expected to be released by Commissioner of Police Alison Greenslade. She says more must be done to arrest the crime problem to protect our #1 industry, tourism. Janae Noel Ferguson, ZNES Network News.
The Ministry of Tourism is following an aggressive marketing campaign this year to tap into new markets, which will bring more visitors to our shores. Director General Jubileau disclosed that Brazil may be one of the targets.
We can't just rest on our laurels. We have to seize the moment. We have, in partnership with the IDB, come up with some research, and the research shows that there is huge interest in Brazil for visiting the Bahamas. We are viewed as a sexy destination, a desirable destination. In fact, when they talked about the whole region, they viewed Jamaica as a place for culture. There was some hesitancy about visiting there. When asked about the Bahamas, everyone wanted to come to the Bahamas. It has an allure and an appeal. And so we have a Latin American unit, a director of Latin America, working with tour operators, travel agents in the Brazil and Latin American market.
Now, there's also been keen interest from India. The Director General hopes we'll also be able to capitalize on that.
Of interest from India, particularly the romance market. I am advised that Indians spend a fortune on their weddings, no expenses barred, and particularly they have a growing middle class, a huge middle class, and everyone wants to do something new. And so destination weddings are a huge thing. So we know that there is an opportunity. The opportunity exists for us to get into this market. Bahamas, as we worked with China and did the visa waiver, we're looking to see what could we do to facilitate ease of travel for Indians who wish to travel to the Bahamas. We're in a destination that they're interested in, that they're excited about visiting, and we just have to capitalize upon it.